Hey everyone, welcome to another video. About a week ago, I did a video where I was talking about some of, in my opinion, the most dangerous bags to kind of carry around some of these inner cities now, because they're really recognisable, they're really expensive, and you've got to be careful because, and we're going to go into some detail on this, but some of these criminal gangs, they know what they're looking for, they know how much things are worth, and if you're carrying a Birkin and it's on the crook of your arm, or you're carrying it with the top handle, it's so easy to grab and run with. And that's really what that video was about just sharing my thoughts with you about bags that I personally don't really feel comfortable wearing out now. And before that video, I did one over a month ago now where I spoke about just London in general when it comes to luxury crime. Now, since doing those two videos, one thing that I was really actually quite shocked about is not only the amazing response from all of you in the comment sections on both of those videos, but actually I have had, not even joking, like over 60 emails from you guys around the world, from Melbourne to LA to Chicago to one of you from Barcelona, all writing to me saying it's not just London, like my town, my city's got really sketchy, I don't feel comfortable wearing. Like one of you wrote to me from Miami the other day saying it's the same thing going on here. But then I've also had loads of you writing to me from like the likes of Tokyo and Singapore, which are two countries we love, Japan and Singapore, saying, do you know what, you should come here because it's really safe. Dubai, another place, loads of you writing to me saying, Sophie, it's super safe here, it's great. You know, the Netherlands, all over. So I've had a really good response from all of you. So what we're going to do in this video, we're going to talk about the States. We're going to talk about some of the crime that I've seen, that you guys have sent me links to, news articles. We're going to go through some of this, the crime that's going on there. We're going to talk about how it's similar to what is going on in London in some cases, in some areas. And we're just going to kind of unpick all of this and talk about why it might be happening. As we do this, I have got 7 bags that I'm going to show you, which to me are safe ones to carry. And I'm going to explain why I feel like they're safe and why I think they're really worth you considering if you're looking at getting a bag that's really chic and really nice and really well put together, doesn't break the bank, isn't too expensive. If it gets snatched, it's purchasable again. It's not like having your Chanel taken and it's 10k again down, you know, it's more affordable. So we're going to go through all of that. And as we do, I've got so many nice new clothes at the moment. They're like really cozy, very well made. Cashmere, wool blend, silk. I've got clothes here that I can't wait to show you because they are perfect for winter. And do you know what? Today it started snowing. It hasn't settled. I kind of wish it would, but it's getting cold out there. So I'm really enjoying the new stuff that I've got, including my cable knit jumper. I can knit, but I can't do cable knit. I have tried, it's very difficult. Anyway, let's talk about this. So, I'm going to start with the first bag before we break down and talk about the States and what's going on with you guys. And I would love to get your feedback on it. If you think any of these news articles are wrong, please let me know. If you're like, no, like that kind of is how it's going, let me know. And it's London as well. You know, I feel like it's kind of all over. So the first is this bag. Let me straighten out this. This bag I have put with this blazer. This blazer is new and it's 95% wool, 5% silk. It's lined with 100% silk on the inside. But let me just say, it's heavy. You can tell, like it, to me, it's a winter blazer. It's a winter white. I do like a winter white. I like wearing white anyway. But it's perfect for this time of the year, particularly if you layer it with something underneath that's warm. So I've put it with this bag, which we're going to talk about why I think that's a safe one. But I've also shown it with this. This is like an essential cashmere blend top, which is perfect for layering. But one thing I like about this is just little details like this. It's got their crest, their sort of logo stitched into the material just there. I think that's showing up just there. So why do I think the mulberry, this is Bayswater, but actually this goes for any of their bags, like the Alexa, is that what it's called? I think it's called that. Any of their bags I recommend. I recommend them because of their price point. They're not super expensive. So if you get it snatched, it's not going to cost you £10,000 to replace. Obviously you don't want to get your bag snatched off you, that would be traumatic. But what I'm saying is it's not going to cost you thousands upon thousands to replace. The other thing that's really good about them is the crossbody strap, which is removable. If you're going out to dinner or somewhere safe or somewhere that you feel safe and you don't like a crossbody, you can remove it and carry it by those top handles. If, however, you are going out to Christmas markets, you are going Christmas shopping, you're going to places that are maybe busier at this time of year than other times, it not only means you've got your hands free, but if someone tries to grab this bag, this is what I love about crossbodies, it's very difficult to do, so good luck doing that. The next bag that I highly recommend, this is a bag that I always travel with, like every time. I've got this bag in two colours, I've got it in orange and in black, and it's this bag from Senrev. This is the Mini Maestra, and it is so good when it comes to safety because it's got this at the front, which is magnetic opening and closing. But when you open the bag, you can always also zip it closed. So you've got like double security. What I also like is that this is like one of my favourite things actually. It's got a non-removable keychain. So you can hook your car keys onto it. You can hook your door keys onto it. This is another reason why when I travel, I always use this bag. It feels secure, but one of my biggest panics when I travel is what did I do with the front door keys? Can I get back in when I get home? When I've clipped them on here, I know they're safe. They're not going to fall out of my bag when I'm trying to grab my passport. It's just in there and it's safe. So I recommend these bags. Again, they're quality. But no one, if you know, you know with these bags. It doesn't scream the way Chanel does. And I've put that with the top that I'm wearing. So the top that I'm wearing is called the Fair Isle Crew Neck. It's 70-30. You might be like, what is that? So with Lily Silk, they have a 70-30 rule that they have created, and it's to do with their blended materials. So 30% A-grade cashmere and 70% merino wool. The reason why they do it, there's a reason. It makes the material more versatile and more durable and less prone to pilling. So pilling is when it like all bobbles up on the surface. Now if you get something that's 100% cashmere, beautiful in the early days. You wash it a couple of times, you wear it, like pilling normally happens under here where you're moving your arms around, etc. It looks great, but then it suddenly doesn't look great anymore, and that can be the problem with cashmere. And I've put this jumper with these trousers. Let me come in closer and show you the check print on there. This is a Glen check material. They are boot cut. And what I really like about them as well is the material. So they're 49% wool, 48% linen, and 3% mulberry silk. So they're a lovely weight. They're a really nice weight. They're not overly heavy, but they're not really thin and flimsy either. They're just like a really good wool feel trouser. We're going to talk about like a higher end brand now, Fendi. And with Fendi, the bag that I highly recommend is the Peekaboo, because it's an if you know, you know bag. A lot of people would see this and they might go, oh, I feel like I know that silhouette shape, but I don't know the brand. Because it doesn't have Fendi written on it in big writing, it's a bag that I feel safe with. And it's only things like on the version I've got, when you look on the inside, it's got the Fendi double F print on the inside, but you've got to look for it. You can jazz it up with like a little scarf. I've got a twilly scarf on mine just to add a little injection of pink to the whole thing. But it's crossbody. You can remove this crossbody strap if you don't like it. Perfect for evening, perfect for daytime as well. But when I wear it, everything I need fits into it very nicely. Even in this smaller size. You can get them in a lot bigger sizes, and I think there is one size smaller than this. But it's just a great bag, like a really, really good bag. And I have styled that with this super heavy 70-30 removable hood, hoodie sort of lounge top that comes with there are like a matching pair of trousers that you can get with this. I think they're separate. I'll link to everything below, as I've said. But this looks like this. I love how it looks. I'm a hoodie person. I like a hoodie, and plus I'm always freezing. So to me, this kind of material is perfect. This is made out of 70% merino wool, 30% A-grade cashmere, detachable hood. The trousers that you can get have pockets in them, drawstring waist, like elasticated but drawstring waist. And what I like about these trousers as well is the cut. They are loose leg, they're not super tight skinny trousers, and this set is absolutely perfect for, in my opinion, like glam loungewear. Next up, I want to talk about Aspinall of London. And as I've said, we are going to be getting into some of the nitty gritty when it comes to actual news articles, so keep watching if you're interested in that. Aspinall of London, this is the Lottie bag in the largest size. This is the same size as the jumbo Chanel Classic Flap. So if you like that size of bag, they even do this in black quilted. So if you like the look of the Chanel bag, but you don't want to run to that, or you'd like it, but like me, you're thinking, I really want that bag, but A, it's like 10k. B, would I really wear it? Would I feel safe wearing it? I think this is a very good alternative. A very good alternative. Non-removable shoulder strap or crossbody strap, so you can double it up and have it shorter, or you can pull it through and have it longer. Really nice opening, closing on the front. Feels quite secure. That really is quite secure as well. Like there's no opening that when it's closed, which I like. So you flip this up to open it, and on the inside, mine's got stuffing in it, but on the inside, you've got a rear pocket here, a zip pocket in the middle, and then a larger open pocket on the front. And I have put this bag with the, can I just show you this quickly? Right, this skirt is insane. It's silk. It's made out of 22 Mulberry silk charmeuse. It's got hidden pockets in it. It's heavy. So this actually is the kind of thing that would be really good for going out in the evening, something more glam. But you could dress this down with like a knit jumper, or even a hoodie slightly tucked in at the front. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is that although it's a silk skirt and you would think, oh, that can only really be good for summer, it's such a thick material that actually, in my opinion, this is really good for autumn winter as well. Because I've put it here with some boots, I've got it with like the jumper tucked in, you could put it with like a jacket over the top. There's so many different things you can do with it. The shine on it is absolutely beautiful. It's got a really luscious, glassy almost effect shine to it. And I wore it when I went to Tokyo, and in Singapore as well actually. I wore it for dinners out, and just the amount of people that looked at that skirt when I was wearing it, because it's very elegant, it's very classy, but you can dress it up, you can dress it down, you can make it spring summer, but you can also make it autumn winter, and you can get a similar style skirt in cream as well. And then the final two bags I want to show you, one of them you may disagree on this, and you may disagree because it's this bag, and you may disagree because it's got the Fendi double F monogram print on it. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is it's a bag that when I use it a lot because of the size of it. I can get my water in here, my umbrella, I carry around a lot, and I can get everything in here. I like it because I do feel safe with it. I think if I were to compare it to the Lady Dior, which is a bag that I adore, it's the same size as the medium Lady Dior, exactly the same size, same dimensions. It's got the same vibe, but this I feel is lesser known. But the other reason why I really recommend it is it has got this very sturdy, very secure crossbody strap, which I wouldn't even want to try and remove that because I'm not sure that I would get it back on again after. If I want to wear this by the top handle, I tend to tuck this into the actual bag itself. And then the final one, if you're into a logo, is this from Saint Laurent. And it's one of their camera bags. It has got a tassel on the side of it just there. And the reason why I mention this, I feel like Saint Laurent is quite a safe brand. If you want something with a logo on it, but you don't want to be a target. And I feel as though it's safe, a bit like Prada as well actually, because of the price points. I feel like with these two brands, because they are brands that not really in the grand scheme of things so long ago were discountable, when it comes to thievery, I feel like there are better bags in a way. Like, not that they're bad bags, but I feel that there are other bags that are more on the radar of a thief than someone who's got like a £1,500 Saint Laurent bag, you know? And I like this as well because of the non-removable crossbody strap that sits at a really decent drop length as well. And I've just put that with the trousers that I showed you from earlier. And I've just styled it here with and without the blazer jacket, just so you can get like a bit of an idea. So they're the bags that I would say are safest. Now let's talk, I know this video is a little bit long, I hope you don't mind, but I want to talk about in more depth here. Some of you might be watching going, safety, is it a thing? It turns out, and I already knew this because I'd seen what sparked these videos to me really was a documentary I saw about this, and to do with luxury theft of watches, of bags, people getting their cars stolen, like high-end cars, you name it, it's going on. And at first I assumed wrongly that it was a London focused or centric thing. But then, as I mentioned earlier, I had a lot of you email me, some of you sending me links to news articles talking about things that are going on in your town. So I'm going to talk about this first thing here, which is to do with Los Angeles. And it's to do with smash and grab mobs descending into two luxury retailers in the Los Angeles area last week, making off with nearly $500,000 worth of merchandise. And I think this happened, like it says here, last Tuesday, 30 to 40 thieves descended on Saint Laurent store in the Americana and Brand Lifestyle Centre in Glendale. They hit the store around dinner time and stole more than $300,000 in merchandise, escaping in multiple getaway cars. So, and this isn't limited. This isn't like one limited targeted attack. There are more. You know, a lot of you have sent me more articles to do with things going on in other parts of the States as well. So, for example, I saw another article titled "Crime Tourism Ring That Travelled the Country in Multi-Million-Dollar Rampage Busted by the LAPD," which, again, is it a surprise? I think that globally, when it comes to the economy, there's just so much going on right now, post-COVID. A lot of people don't have the money in their pocket that they used to, but I also think that social media has a big part to play when it comes down to luxury crime. Because even if you look at pop culture, like popular culture, music videos, the lyrics in a lot of songs, you listen to it and it's like, I'm in the club and I've got my bag and I've got my watch and I've got my Benz outside. It's very much about things. And I think that a lot of this started like back in the 2000s. You know, I remember music videos, watching them, like Destiny's Child, Jumping, love that song. But I remember watching that, and that being one of the first times that I really watched it and I saw the girls dressed in like Gucci and Fendi and Dior. And I remember watching it, and I was already into designer brands, but obviously like I didn't have anything. And that was the first time I watched a music video and thought, oh, I really want that outfit. That was the first time. And I feel like from there it's kind of spread, and it is, even on social media, everyone seems to have a designer bag. Everyone's got a car. Everyone's got the nice stuff. And I think that from a theft point of view, you've got a combination of thieves that want that stuff, which I've spoken about in the last video, to do with that documentary where I told you that in that documentary with the BBC, one of the thieves was very proud of a £30,000 Rolex that he was wearing, that he'd stolen off someone for his own personal self. He was very proud of that. He was proud of how he acquired it, but he was also proud of the watch. and he was having to carry a knife around with him because people in rival gangs knew he had it and would easily rob him to get it off him. But I also think there must be some sort of aftermarket marketplace for all of this. I don't know where thieves are offloading the stuff that they steal. Are they selling it on pre-loved websites? Does it go on eBay? Does it all go sort of like under the table indirectly to other gangs where it's shared out? I'm not sure, but it's definitely a thing. Hopping back to London for a minute, I was looking again for any new updates in terms of luxury crime, and I saw a really interesting article in the Times, which I will link to below. And just a quote here, it says that figures show that there were almost 10,000 reported thefts of valuable items in the capital last year. This is, when was this written? Like September 2024, so it's quite new. Designer handbags are becoming more sought after, with thefts of bags such as Louis Vuitton, Chanel and Gucci up 13%. So they are the top bags that I think are really worth you considering if you want something cute, if you want something well made, something even of a more contemporary brand that isn't super high end. I carry a lot of Coach now. I really like Coach. I think Coach are smashing it at the moment, actually. Like absolutely smashing it with their designs. They are killing it right now, and I love the stuff that they're coming out with. It's actually dangerous to me. I have to stop looking on their website because every time I go on there, there's something else that I want. But yeah, there are so many great brands out there that you can feel safe with, but you can still look very put together. So check out some of the brands that I've mentioned. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.